What's going on, everybody? I'm Primal and there is some real exciting news that Square Enix themselves have just recently officially announced, and it really is now leading to some pretty strong credibility of a Final Fantasy Tactics remaster. Now, if you can't remember, a while ago I did make this video right here. I'll put a link down in the description, where I basically went over how some stores were listing Final Fantasy IX Remake and Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster. Both of these games were slated for a 2023 release on Epic Game Store. Not only that, there was the whole Nvidia leak with, in terms of, game stability and support and things like that, along with a whole bunch of other things which were actually leading towards both of those actually being true. Well, now we've had another little bit of information. I will link it down below. But you guys can very easily find this yourselves if you don't want to use the links down in the description. And you know what? Rather than me explaining it, let's just look at the article, shall we? So let's just change over right now. Okay, so I'm using Destructoid for the sake of this video, but the same article is on Silicon Area and things like that, or you could literally just go straight to Square Enix's Twitter, basically. Because, what's actually happening is Square are bringing out a new set of figures. This time it's going to be Ramza, Agrius, and Delita. Now, here's the thing, right? Square have a notorious reputation for bringing merchandise out before they actually release an official product. It is not the first time they have done this. They've brought merchandise out so many times in the lead up to a game release, because it gets people talking about the game and it starts getting people a little more excited. Not only that, people will buy the merchandise without knowing if the game's any good or not. So it's one way Square have of just making sure they sell even more merch, because that way, if the game's bad, they don't have to worry about less merch sales. It's a pretty common tactic that Square have used over the years. Now, in the video that I did previously, as I mentioned, the games were slated for a 2023 release date, obviously before all the listings got taken down and that. Now, when it comes to these Bring Arts figures, they are just 6-inch figures, but, let's look at the actual release date of them, shall we? So these are expected to be released in October 2022. Now, that's obviously still, a good ways off yet, but that would actually fall roughly in line with if they were going to bring the remaster out in early 2023, because that would only be a couple of months, and we know a few things about Square at this point. That one, they have absolutely no problems releasing a game early in the year. Look at Kingdom Hearts 3. One of their biggest games was released in the end of January. Final Fantasy VII Remaster, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was March or April, somewhere around there. So pretty early again. So in terms of having that few month gap, I do think it's honestly a pretty good possibility at this point. And you know what? Let's just bring the figures up just so you guys can have a look-see at them. There we go. Yeah, this is the three figures that they're going to be releasing. So if you guys want to get them, just head on over to Twitter, and they've got pre-order links on their official page. I'm not going to include these links. You guys can go and get them if need be. But yeah, at this point, it is really looking like something big is going on, because FF9 and Tactics are the ones that are really hinted at now. And you've got to remember, they're bringing out Art figures, Bring Art figures, FF9's getting the anime. They're really starting to push these two games specifically now. We're hearing more and more things about these two than even the FF7 remaster. And of course, with them previously being slated for Epic, before the listings got taken down, that also falls in line with what Square are doing currently. It's like all the Kingdom Hearts games are on Epic, the FF7 remaster is on Epic. Like, Square are really starting to push Epic now as much as they possibly can. Obviously, Epic are probably paying them a very pretty penny, but yeah, I just think it leads even more credibility. Obviously, once again, you know, disclaimer. This is, you know, it's not confirmed. There is no Tactics Remaster confirmed, officially confirmed, or anything like that. This is just looking at all the information we have presented to us right now, and we're speculating. We are speculating. Let that sink in, okay? Take all this information with a grain of salt. All I'm doing is, you know, collecting all the different possibilities, putting them together, and then letting you guys decide for yourselves what you want to believe. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know down below. Are you really, really excited? Are you starting to believe now that this might actually be a thing with everything that is happening? And of course, if you didn't see the previous video where I go over the now removed listings that were originally shown, I will have that link down below in the description. Go check that out if you want to. But as always though, guys, I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then please be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment down below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more gaming news. As always though, I will see you soon.